Hi everyone, this is MMA 24, and today we have a great light heavyweight fighter from the UFC, Mike Rodriguez. Mike, how you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. It's 6 p.m. here in Italy. It's 12 p.m. in Boston. So
Yeah.
before I even ask you about what happened in the last fight, I want to ask you how you actually feeling and how was the journey back to Boston?
Journey was fine. I'm feeling good. I just been hanging out, watching Iron Man with the kids, so I've been pretty good.
Ah, that's good. What's the weather like in Boston? Is it hot?
It's like I'd say like it's in the 60s. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
it's like nice. It's not too hot, not too cold. It's just nice, perfect.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, obviously, everyone knows about what happened in the last fight against Ed, and
Yep.
I would like to ask you, what are your thoughts about the referee decision, and what were you thinking while he was making those decisions?
Um, I at the time I didn't really care for it because I just was. He said, he said I hit him below the belt. They said it was on a body. I just was like, I don't know. I don't care. I know that I got to be ready when he's ready to fight again. So
Yeah,
that's the only thing that I had in my mind at that time. Afterwards, I don't fault Ed. I don't think Ed did anything wrong per se. Well, not per
right.
se. He didn't do anything wrong. He was given an opportunity. He capitalized on the opportunity, just like in any other sport or anything else. The ref made a mistake. It is what it is. It's no big deal. I just was like, I lost the fight. Keep it moving.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, you got submitted in the third round, and props
Yeah.
to Ed. I mean, he pulled out that Kimura from
Out of
nowhere.
nowhere. Yeah. I didn't expect it coming. I was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna finish him. That's why I put so much pressure on him in the end of the round because I thought
Yeah,
I had him out, and he just slipped it in like a vet. It was good. It was good.
yeah, it was good. So, but to be honest, like I was watching a fight, and you were just slicing his body with those vicious, middle kicks, and you looked awesome. And
Thank
also,
you.
you were hitting him hard with those elbows while he was trying to double leg you. And I was like, why the fuck the ref is not stopping the fight? What, you
I
know?
don't know. Yeah.
Like, what were you thinking? Like, I think you were like, just come on, just stop the fight.
I,
But
I thought when I was hitting him in the
yeah,
head for a second, I thought he was gonna stop because I don't like I love fighting and it's great and everything, but I don't maliciously want to hurt anybody. Like we never want to hurt nobody.
yeah,
You know what
of
I mean?
course, yeah,
You know
yeah,
we just want to win. And so yeah, we just like I was just trying to win and it just was unfortunate that he didn't see it, he didn't stop it. Who knows? It done a lot of damage to Ed. He's sitting there
yeah.
holding on. Good thing he got a fucking thick skull.
Fuck.
But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, um, it's nothing I can do about it. I'm like, it sucks. Just keep moving.
Yeah. Were you concerned about your arm after that Kimura? Were you scared that it might be
Uh,
broken?
I didn't know. The thing was, I didn't want it to break. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't give a shit. He can take the win. I don't want it to. I don't want
Yeah,
my
of
shoulder to
course.
break because
Yeah.
I want to fight again. So I just was like, all right, cool, whatever. And that was that.
Yeah, yeah. And but the good thing is Dana White, of course, he said you won the fucking fight, and he was going to give you the win bonus as well. Can I
Yeah,
ask you? Can I ask you? Did you get it? Like,
yeah.
cause
He get
in
he gave me the
yeah,
win bonus. Yeah,
yeah, that's good. That's good. I think because you deserve it. Like you did really really well, and yeah. So it's just unfortunate. Like
yeah.
yeah. So what's next for you?
Next, I'm gonna go back to the drawing board. Go. This week I took week off. I was like really banged up from that fight. Still am. Took this week off. Monday, I get back to the gym. Get back into doing conditioning.
Yeah.
Get back to hitting mitts, all that stuff. Um, yeah, I'm just trying to get back into everything.
Yeah, and also you fought Prochinio
Yeah,
22nd of August, and in less than 1 month you fought two times. Like,
yeah.
how was that? Like preparing yourself for like two fights in such a less amount of time?
So I did a really good camp for the Pacino fight.
Yeah,
So I felt really good. I felt stellar. I'm going like I feel good. I fought Pacino, and I didn't get any injuries. I was unscathed. So I was like, all right, well, I'm just gonna hang out, and until I get something else. Because my coach just was like, keep your weight low
yeah,
and stay working because anything can change. And sure enough, Ed Herman went through like 5 or 6 opponents, and I was like, you know what? I'll take the fight. Like I'll fight
yeah,
Ed. So I
yeah,
end up fighting Ed. Um, so yeah, if I was gonna come, if I didn't get Kimura in that fight, I would have been fighting again if they need another fight.
yeah, yeah. And
Well,
in that fight as well against Prochinio, you knocked him out with the vicious elbow.
hmm
So obviously you are using lots of knees, elbows, and those Muay Thai clinch. What's, I mean, Muay Thai is a big thing for you, like,
yeah,
yeah. So do you train a lot of times, and trying to, these the Muay Thai techniques, or do you train for grappling as well? Because I've seen you throwing those kicks, to those knees, those elbows, which is awesome. So
yeah,
would you, yeah, do you train in grappling as well, or
yeah. No, I train in grappling. My grappling coach is Joe Lozon. Uh,
right?
so I trained a lot of grappling. I it's just time's been tough recently. I haven't been able to get the most efficient
Yeah,
grappling sessions because due to the whole COVID thing. But I
yeah,
do typically train grappling.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Um, it's just recently our two opponents that we were gonna fight, we didn't expect to be on the ground much.
yeah,
So we just like worked on counter wrestling. That's why
yeah,
like I was able to stuff his wrestling so much in the fight and just beat him up on the feet because
yeah,
we like I wasn't expecting to go to ground with Ed Herman or Petrino, either
yeah,
one of those
yeah,
guys. I mean,
yeah.
granted, we were ready for either one, but yeah, you just prepare yourself what you can prepare yourself for, and things
Yeah,
happen in a fight happens in a fight.
yeah. And what about the Contender Series? Like you had a match against Jones, I think, in 2017,
Yeah,
and you knocked him out with a flying knee. I mean, that
yeah.
was awesome. How about that? Like, what kind of feelings you had leading up to that fight? Because you
Leading up to
wanted
the
to
knee
have
or
that
up to that fight.
to the fight, to the fight.
Okay. Um. Well, that fight was I knew it was my breakout fight for me to be in
Yeah,
the UFC, and I really really wanted it, and I just I losing was not a choice for me. I
of
needed to win
course.
that fight, and
Yeah.
so I went out there and I performed to the best of my abilities, and that's how I was able to get the win. But it felt good. Like I felt like calm.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and you finished him in a great way. Like your
yeah.
your knees are on fucking point. Like,
Thank you.
yeah, let me tell you that. So yeah, and so I wanted to ask you one question. Yeah, so John Jones vacated the light heavyweight belt.
Yep.
What do you think about that? Like, he was in your division. Why did he do that?
I think he did it because maybe he feels well. He did all that you can possibly do in that division. He cleaned it out for his time when he was in the division. He cleaned it out. He beat all the guys that was in his division. Now the division has a lot of different flair to it. It's a lot of different good guys. So um, it's becoming back to that, like how it was back in the day in the Chuck Liddell days when everybody was beating everybody. I
Yeah,
think it's going to come back to that thing because I think so many guys can beat each other. So I just think he just wanted a different challenge and he just wanted to heavyweight.
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
going to be good for him. And I don't know him personally, but I'm pretty sure the 205 cut is probably a headache for him because he's not a small dude. He's big, very big.
He's massive. Yeah, yeah, he is. What about the, Blachowicz and Reyes fight?
I believe that Reyes beats Blachowicz. I think he blows him out of the
Bla-
water. Yeah.
Blachowicz. Yeah, yeah.
No,
Okay.
I think Reyes beats him.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think
yeah,
Reyes is he's really good, very good. He almost beat
yeah,
Jones. Yeah, I think he's the rightful champion in this situation. He's
yeah.
definitely gonna get that title.
I don't know. What do you think about that? But I think he beat John Jones in his last fight. Like,
I didn't watch
you
the
know what I mean?
fight, but from what I
All right.
heard, yeah, I heard a lot of people say
Yeah.
the same thing. I never watched it though.
All right. All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he won that fight, but it is what it is. Like you, you can't put yourself in the judge's head. I don't know
yeah.
what's going on in their head sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's the name of the
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
Yeah. So how is the COVID-19 doing in the States? Because here in Italy now the situation is, quite good. I don't
Yep.
know in the USA, because in here we are listening to the news and everyone is saying USA is fucked up big time, but you
Yep.
are there. Can you tell us about that?
Um, in certain situations, it's worse than other places, but overall, things are going back to normal, slowly but surely. They got the movie theaters open now. People going to the movies.
Right.
Uh,
Okay.
Here in Boston, it's different compared to other states. Like in Vegas, it's still phase one. Like you can't do so much stuff. Here, you can, there's people outside. You go downtown, you'll see a bunch of people walking around, running around, etc. Um, People still keeping their distance and following things. It's all about, you know, people's community just listening to what needs to be done to fight
Yeah.
this thing. And if everybody's listening, then it'll be great. But um, a lot of people, here just following the rules to get it
Yeah.
over and done with. But yeah,
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that's it from me. Uh, Thank you very much, Mike. It was a pleasure and honor for me.
thank you,
And
man.
I hope to have another chance to interview you maybe before your next fight. It would be
Yeah,
great.
sure. That'll
Yeah,
be
it would
awesome.
be great. So for the Italian fans as well.
All
So
right.
yeah, yeah. Thank you very much, Mike. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you.
See you later, man.